So we left off at the
Saints and
the
sages.
top line right there. Saints and sages of the past have spoken wholeheartedly, right? Or literally from the bottom of one's heart. That means they talked about what? To be enlightened. They talk about enlightenment, about the Tao. You can say that they have they always speak about that, and they have nonstop. You can say constantly, diligently, etc. Okay, in the past, all these Buddhas and saints, from Siddhartha, Confucius, etc., Jesus, even all that. Okay, and what are they doing that for? They're doing that for the second half is to all of them hope that we could understand the principles of the Tao to what? To remove the shackles or chains of ignorance and delusion, okay, of this physical life, material life of this world, okay. So that's what their purpose was, right? We say that's spreading the gospel. You can say that. You can. Okay, look, think of it like that. That's what it means. All right. Okay, Lao Long means literally means chains, right? Chains or shackles, right? Cage. It means cage. It really means cage. But because we are, because in this material world, right? We are what? Ignorant, right? We don't know what enlightenment is, right? If we have not attained enlightenment, reached enlightenment, we all think, oh, this material life is real. So we are really chained or, bound or boxed in, caged in by all our material desires, etc., etc. Okay, so that's what that line means. Okay, the next line, and this is important. Okay, it's to consider the false as true is profound or real sorrow or pain. Okay, now I added inverted views, right? Okay, so that's 2 weeks ago we had a class on the sixth path of incarnation or something like that, right? But the reason why we have incarnation is because, according to that lecture, I'm just summarizing one part, is that because we have these, well, we have desires too, but then delusion, it's really based on ignorance, and they're based on 10, I don't want to say taboos, unwholesome views or deeds or things. And one of them, the last one, is called what? Inverted views, right? The last one, number 10, is called inverted views. So this is one of the inverted view. 认假为真. Okay, that's one of the inverted views. There are really four. There are four types of inverted views, right? This is one of them. The other one is to consider something that's impermanent as permanent. 无常当常. 你看无常就是 not permanent, right? Not eternal as eternal. That's the other one is to consider suffering as joy. And what does that mean? Consider suffering as joy. It means that when we live in this material life, if we have a very good life, we have good fortune, right? We think, hey, this is good, man. I have a nice family, nice job, nice house, nice car, etc., etc., etc. Hey, this is good, man. Living is good. Yeah. But really, that's from a common point of view, right? Common people say, yeah, that's good. That's you should enjoy life. That's good fortune, all that stuff. But from an enlightened person's view, that's really suffering because you are considering what you are enjoying temporarily, it's only temporary, as true joy or suffering. And that's wrong because you still have to what? Reincarnate. Okay? And so whatever good fortune you may have now, it may be gone tomorrow. And you could have bad fortune because you also have karma. Right? So that's why people don't understand. So that's the other view. Then the third one, the fourth one, did I say four? 3, 4, whatever. Fourth one is now to consider what is impure as pure. Okay? What's not pure as pure. Okay? So those are the 4 inverted views, just FYI. All right? So you need to ask.
There's also the other point. For example, force and the truth, what's force?
Mm-hmm.
We think about body.
Yeah, that's self, right?
Ourselves.
That's the other one.
Right. See is for real.
Did I say 4?
Right? And then we have money, we have fame, we have power. We think it's forever.
Yeah.
And from the God point of view,
Or
Buddha point of view, this could be God. Next minute,
it's not permanent.
Right?
无常嘛. It's
Right?
not permanent.
I go for which one?
Our body to be gone, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You look at Taiwan, right? Taiwan, they have a party there, right?
Oh yeah. The beach party, yeah, the beach, or
Right? Accident, right?
they burn. Yeah.
Almost 500 people got burned, right?
Yeah.
In the body. We saw that, right? So it means tell us what we have today, that means going to be
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
physical part is only temporary.
Yeah.
But the other thing, then means the true thing. What is true?
Yeah.
What is
Buddha
true?
nature.
Buddha nature,
Yeah.
our spirit, our soul is true.
Yeah.
But we reverse that.
Well, what's eternal? Yeah.
We
What's
reverse
eternal?
that.
Yeah.
We think because we think
Yeah.
our life, what we can eat, what we can intellectual type of what we can have, that's true. But that's
Temporary. Yeah.
Buddha's want to be that's full. So that's only temporary. Going to be gone one day.
Yeah.
Like a building. gonna be
Also,
gone
it
one
changed.
day.
You could change
Gonna be
too.
gone
You could
one day.
change too.
But our Buddha nature is going to be true forever.
Well, it's unchanging. It's always is. Yeah. The fourth one I failed to mention. Well, it is. It's really to consider not the self as the self. Okay, not the true self as the true self. That's what that. Okay. So anyway, so because we have these wrong views, and also the karma and all that stuff. Of course, so henceforth, therefore, there are or the presence of the six paths of reincarnation. Okay, so that's why we have reincarnation. All right, because we are ignorant. You can say we're ignorant. We're delusional, right? We think the false, the material, is real, right? It's true. It's real. So therefore, we pursue it, right? And we along the way, in doing that, in pursuing that, we create karma, and therefore we have six paths of reincarnation. Okay, because we're not enlightened, because we did not become enlightened. Okay.
And here say, how do we get rid of six paths of reincarnation?
Yeah.
How do we get that?
Yeah.
It means we bring the Buddha nature out, our conscience out every day. Okay?
Yeah. He talks about later. Yeah, later. Okay, so now he said we're taking part in vows, right, together with saints and Buddhas. We do, right? We're taking because we have when we make vows, we what 愿嘛, that means 愿 or willing, willing. Yeah. So willing to become
Buddha.
Buddhas,
Okay?
and because together with the Buddhas. Okay. All right. Okay. And then 愿将 willing to follow our true nature. Okay, we're willing to follow our true nature. Okay, and then yeah. We should say willingly taking part together. Okay, with right, taking part together. All right. Willingly. Okay, willingly. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, then the next line is important too. It's because it's part of the 8 winds. Okay, so you guys familiar with the 8 winds? Okay, the 8 winds is in Buddhism. Okay, this is all Buddhism stuff. Okay, so ji means you could say it's good fortune, right? Yu is bad fortune. De means to gain or to receive, to get. Si means to lose. Okay, and then ru is like disgrace. You can say it's disgrace. People, not people. People disrespect you. You lose face. You stuff like that. Sense of shame. That's all disgrace. Okay. 或 means or. Okay. 宠 means 宠爱的宠, right? That's 宠爱的宠. 宠 means you say I translate as patronage. That means people favor you. You have favor. People give you favor. People give you a favor, or people spoil you. You can say spoil is more narrow. I say patronage is broader. That means people want you or like you, want to want to help you. Do that. So these are all part of what we call 8 winds. Okay, in Buddhism, 八风. Okay, 8 winds. Literally, that's what it means. All right. What are the 8? Really? Okay. He only talked about 6 here. There's 2 more. Yeah, it's part. No. But it is part of the 8 winds because this is it's a good or fortune. Yeah, it's favorable or unfavorable turns in life. Right. Life is up and down. You have up and down. But there's really 8. There's what they call there is I say good or bad fortune. It means pleasure or suffering. Pleasure or suffering. Okay? Because if you have good fortune, it's pleasure, right? For most people, that's considered pleasure, right? Good fortune for most people. Bad fortune is considered suffering, right? Because for most people, that's a suffering. Maybe some people think bad fortune is good too, but that's that's besides the point, right? In general, when people say you have good fortune, it means you have pleasure, right? You have pleasure. You enjoy life, right? You get pleasure from it, right? So there's pleasure, suffering, gain and loss. That's prosperity or decline. Okay, that's gain and loss. Then there's disgrace. Disgrace is the opposite of what? Honor. Honor. What's honorable, right? People honor you, right? People respect you. People like you. All that stuff, right? Follow you. That's honor. Disgrace is the opposite of that. Patronage. Patronage and disgrace. Yeah, you can say that's similar. But then there are two more. There's really called there's what called praise. Praise. People praise you. Oh, say good things about you. People always say, oh yeah, this person's good. All that stuff. Or what? Disgrace. Not disgrace. Censure. Censure means people criticize you. Talk behind you in the back. They don't like you. Okay. So that's the 8. Okay. So these make up. These 8 winds make up the good and bad things of life, right? There are 4 good ones, right? Good fortune, there's good pleasure, prosperity or gain, honor, and praise, right? That's 4. That's the 4 good side. Then the 4 opposite is the 4 negative side, right? So those are the 4. Now, in Buddhism, they call them the 八风, the 8 winds. These are just the reality, the natural, you can say the realistic conditions in life. Life is like that. Life is like that. It's real, right? It's realistic. So the problem with the 8 wind, and generally the Buddhism said that we should not be subject to these 8 winds, is because we can have a tendency, normal people have a tendency to say, oh, I only want pleasure. I don't want suffering, right? I want good fortune. I don't want bad fortune. I want praise. I don't want censure. I want honor. I don't want disgrace. I want prosperity or gain. I don't want a loss, right? Lose. So when we have that tendency, when we starting to have that desire or tendency, we what? We start pursuing, right? We start having desires. We start clinging or be attached to those things. And that's why they become obstacles or headwind, like a headwind to our path towards enlightenment. So that's why Buddhism say we should ignore these, okay? We should do not let these 8 winds affect us. Okay? So that's what, okay? And then the next part is 不动于心是贤同. That means the truly worthy ones or virtuous or really enlightened ones, people are whose heart and mind is not influenced by these 8 winds. That's what it means. Follows that. It follows. Okay? The first one is stating these are the conditions in life, right? The first half, these 8 winds. These are the general conditions in life. That's real. It's realistic. Right? Everybody encounters this, right? Everybody either has good fortune, bad fortune, etc., etc. Mix, whatever, right? Good turns, favorable or unfavorable turns in life. So the key is what? Not to be influenced by them, okay? And that means if you are truly not influenced by these 8, conditions, situations, whatever, states, whatever, then you are truly worthy or, on the path towards enlightenment. Okay, that's what the Buddha is trying to say. Immortal loop. Okay, then the next line is by performing countless good deeds is to plant the virtues very deeply. Okay, to plant the virtues deeply. Okay, remember he's telling us how to we have to escape samsara, right? How do we go beyond it? We have to what? Perform good deeds, countless good deeds. Okay, but not just regular good deeds. Okay. The next line, the second half, is to comply or to do so, to act accordingly. That's according to the first half, which is to do good deeds, but without any motives from beginning to end, from start to finish, right? Okay, so that's what it means. So that's what the good deeds are. You cannot have any good motives. If you have motives, that's not really good deeds. I mean, it is a good deed in the conventional sense, but it's not a virtuous deed. In other words, you cannot escape samsara even with just regular good deeds. All right? All right? All right? Or you cannot offset karma. Maybe that's a better reason. Okay? All right? So we'll pause. Okay, so you guys see those the red characters and underlined. Those are the part of the marvelous scripture, all right? You guys can see it. At least on this photocopy, you can see it, right? Because I really bolded, I really double bold, triple bold, whatever. I changed the font, basically, okay? All right, so you guys can see that, right? So that's that's a reason why I underlined it. It's gonna be apparent in the last page, but okay. So where are we now? Okay, page 3, right? We're on page 2, page 2. Wow. Okay, yeah. So I already said that, right? We have to do good deeds, right? But what are these good deeds? Is to have no motives, right? Okay. So the next line, the page 3, top of page 3 is, however our fates or destinies turn out to be, right? 何来命运的作弄, right? That means however it turns out, because we can't predict, right? Whatever will be, right? Que sera, sera, right? That type of stuff. So that's what it means. That's basically what it means, okay? Then we can what? 壁画胸, okay? 壁画. Okay, 直真直诚壁画胸, right? That means we can transform, 凶 literally means evil or bad things. So I call it inauspiciousness, okay? With total genuineness and complete sincerity, right? We have to be, in other words, be true to our Buddha nature, okay? We have to be, in whatever we do, right? Like in the previous lines above, we do good deeds. We have to be willing to follow our Buddha nature, etc. We have to be true to yourself, right? You do not have any motives, any hidden agendas, any pretense, any of that stuff, okay? That's what it means genuine, right? You're genuine. That's you're the real thing, right? You're the real person, right? Well, yeah, you can say that too. Yeah, real. It's broader. Genuine, just
very clean.
Yeah. It could mean that too. Yeah, pure, sincere. Yeah, all that. Okay, but that's what your Buddha nature is. Our Buddha nature. It's really basically following your Buddha nature. Okay, okay. Next line. Okay, even if we encounter difficulties in the future, which we will, right? We will encounter roadblocks, obstacles, difficulties, etc. Okay, do not forget to open up our hearts and souls. Okay, that means we should not, in other words, we should not fail. In other words, maybe to say just that, we should not fail to live up or to live out to our full potential using our Buddha nature. Okay, so that's another way. Okay, to open up our hearts and minds. Okay, that means to also to look things more in the long term. In other words, yeah, sometimes we encounter difficulties, but do not be stuck, be mired in those difficulties. All right. So one way to mean open up means to be less attached, to let go. That's another way of interpreting it. To when you open up, right? To see things clearly, okay? To see things maybe in the long term, okay? That type of thing. So that's one way, okay? One way, all right? There are many ways, but that's one way. So one way is to open up your heart and mind. I know what people say, to forgive and forget. That's one way. That's also one way. Forgive and forget is to open up your heart and mind. That's another. Okay, but that's just, these are more examples. Okay, so that means if we encounter difficulties, do not get stuck. And the way to do it is to open up your heart and mind, to let go, to be willing to say, hey, okay, I'm gonna encounter it. It's move on, then move on. Okay, don't get mired, don't get stuck. Okay, in there. Okay, all right. Okay, so the next line is to open it up, and this means that we have to open continuously our perpetual bright conscience. I mean, that's the translation, but that's what our Buddha nature is, right? It's constant, right? It's never changing. It's pure. It's genuine. It's all those adjectives. Okay, the more we reveal our Buddha nature, okay, the less worries we'll have. Okay, the more wisdom. You can say another way of saying it, the more wisdom we'll have. All right. Okay, so that's that first half. Second half means we can, if we open up, if we do not get attached, if we do not get stuck in these worldly matters or obstacles or conditions, right? From the previous I said, right? The part of the 4 winds, 8 winds, whatever, all those conditions, right? The ups and downs in life and all that stuff. Okay, that's what 际遇 means, ups and downs in life. Okay, that's what literally it means. All right, we can clearly or better understand what is true, profound, or hidden, or subtle. You can say subtle, not too obvious. Subtle, true nature that is not obscure. That is, because once we don't have these attachments attachments, these worries, these, influences by these 8 winds or whatever conditions of human life, the human condition, we can see our Buddha nature. Our Buddha nature becomes clear. It becomes just like the sun today. Yesterday was cloudy. We don't see the sun, but the sun's still there. But today there are no clouds. So now we say, oh yeah, there's a sun. There's a sun. So if we get rid of our attachments, or we don't have attachments, we can say, oh, there's a Buddha nature in you. There's a Buddha nature, right? Otherwise, if we have all these attachments, all these worries, we don't see the Buddha nature. All we see is human emotions or human feelings, right? That's all we see, right? Worries, whatever, right? Thoughts, whatever, okay? Emotion. Okay, so that's what it means, okay? So this section, these first 15 lines were written by or composed by Imoto Ryu, okay? Now it's continuous, okay? The next section is the other holy teacher, Buddha, Jigong, okay, came the second day to finish up, all right? So he said, great wisdom, great benevolence to humanity, and great courage, okay? This is important because we really, the great wisdom and great benevolence really are, you can say, make up what we call the 6 paramitas, okay? Because wisdom is one of the paramitas, right? It's the perfection, the wisdom. Now, benevolence is not specifically mentioned, but it's really part of charity, okay? If you can say charity, humanity, charity is part of that, okay? So it's from the the 6 paramitas. I don't know if you guys know what 6 paramitas. You should know. I mean, that's I don't want to go into detail, but really that. But the holy teacher added great courage too. You need to have courage. So really, if you want to understand Buddhism, okay, in general, Buddhism is comprised of, we say 6 paramitas. That's like you can say the foundation, the building block. And of that, it really stands 2 pillars. The 2 pillars, you can say, one is benevolence or compassion, or humanity, is wisdom. Those 2, you need those 2. You cannot have just one or the other. Okay, you cannot have just one or the other. That's insufficient. You need both. Okay, in order to become enlightened. All right, that's what we call it 6 paramitas. They're really those. It's not 6 steps. It's really 6 components. Maybe that's a better way. 6 parts, 6 aspects. Okay. But then you also need courage. Courage, why do you need courage? Courage to what? To overcome all obstacles of our material life. Just like those 8 winds, those, all that stuff. You need courage. That's why in the Diamond Sutra, Shibuti, whenever he asked, or even Buddha, when they speak in the Diamond Sutra, they all use this term, Mahasattva Bodhisattva. You know that? Mahasattva Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means Bodhisattva. Okay, I mean, Pusa, which really implies an enlightened being. But it also implies the 6 paramitas. That's really what it means. Because to become Bodhisattva, you really need to have perfection, the 6 perfections. Okay, to master the 6 perfections. That's right. But then Mahasattva, what's that Mahasattva means? What's Mahasattva? M-A-H-A-S-A-T-T-A-V-A. V-A, sorry. S-A-T. M-A-H-A Maha S-A-T-T-V-A. Mahasattva. Yeah, it's a Gu Indu. Okay, it literally means fearless warrior. Literally, it means fearless warrior. Fearless warrior. So you guys can look it up in the Diamond Sutra, all right? That you're gonna see that 2 words, Mahasattva, Bodhisattva, repeated many times throughout the 30 chapters or so, whatever, 31 or so in the. I don't think so. Yeah. Even Shibuti asked that. Okay, so you need courage. All right, you still need courage. Okay, courage. We should not back down, back away. And there's a reason for that. We'll explain later, okay? So then the next half is, this is a positive strength. This is a, it's a good thing. You can say good. Yeah, it's a positive strength. It's truly boundless. It's infinite. It's unlimited. Why? Why is that? Because it's from our Buddha nature. right? It's our Buddha nature. It's not physical, it's not bounded or has no physical limits. Our thoughts. See, so if you say the courage from our thoughts or our belief could be potentially limited, okay? So that's why we have to be careful. So the wisdom, the benevolence or compassion, and the strength that comes from our Buddha nature is unlimited, okay? Anything else, any courage, any wisdom, yeah, you can have wisdom. You can have, say, intellectual wisdom, or you can say have everyday experience wisdom, wisdom of old age, whatever, okay? Those are still limited because they're based on your experience, right? So if you didn't experience that, you wouldn't gain that wisdom or knowledge, whatever, okay? So the key thing is that this wisdom, this benevolence or humanity, compassion, and this courage has to come from our Buddha nature, all right? And that is truly unlimited. That's what the second half implies, okay? So it's a 正面力, right? It's a true, you could say true positive, it's true and positive. It's okay. It's really more, you can say it's ideal, okay, whatever. Okay? All right. Then the next line is with neither trickery nor deception, right? True wisdom and sincere actions can move heaven, can influence Buddhas and the saints, okay? So yeah, we should not have, it's a motives, really just to be general, that's more sense. We should not have ulterior motives. Some people do it because, I want to, gain power, I want to gain favor, I want to gain praise, right? Sometimes we do things, right? When we do things, we have to be true, right? Remember previously at the top we say you have to be, what? Total genuineness and complete sincerity, right? So if you have that, there's no trickery, there's no deception, right? You're genuine. You're the real thing. You really mean it, right? You really mean it, right? From your heart. You don't do it because, it's convention, it's tradition, it's no. Those are all ulterior reasons, right? Motives. Okay, so that's what it means. So only then is our true wisdom and sincerity can what, or sincere actions, right? Can what, move heaven, right? Because then you are literally like a Buddha. You are like a Buddha because Buddhas, when they do things, or when they have no, they're not doing things to deceive you. They're not playing tricks on you. They're doing it because it's from their Buddha nature. Okay, we say it's from their true nature, that's why it's genuine, it's pure, it's all that, right? It's sincere, it's etc. etc. Okay, and then the bottom line is with a tranquil and calm temperament. You can say, thoughts, feelings, sensations, etc. We are free of trepidation. I use the term trepidation, 惊恐, right? 惊恐. Yeah, literally, 惊恐means terror. Literally means terror, fright, terror. Trepidation means it's broader, right? Terror is a little bit more specific. Trepidation includes that. Trepidation just means anything that's terror, that you can be terrified of or frightened, or also worries, concerns, okay? That's also trepidation. Anxieties, that's a trepidation too, okay? Okay, worries, anxiety, fear, all that, okay? So that's a trepidation. So if we are able to maintain calm and tranquil temperament, that means heart and mind, okay? You can say heart and mind. Because our Buddha nature is really calm and tranquil, okay? Our Buddha nature, okay? Our minds are constantly thinking, that person, he's jealous of me, or he's saying bad things about me, you constantly worry, what's he gonna say? Yeah. You're gonna worry forever. So just, if you let it go, don't have anything, just calm. Or when you see things, right, calmly, you have no fear. There's no fear. There's nothing to fear. Nothing to worry.
Not your business.
well, yeah, not that. It's just that, when that's why it's very important when we do things, because this is talking about how we acting, how we behave. When we do things, we should not do it through the lens of what? Human emotions, right? People say, I have a conflict of interest, so I shouldn't be doing that thing. Right, that's one example. So, but rather if we do things, we call it objectively, right? Objectively, or what? Balanced, or unbiased. We use all those terms, right? To really, actually what it really means is we really have to have a calm and tranquil mind. Okay, do not be emotional. If you're angry, there's a saying, right? This is very important. This is it's in gaming strategy. Okay, it's called. It's really from Sun Tzu Bing Fa. Okay, it's from the military strategy or tactics of Sun Tzu. He said there's one general rule. He says, if you are angry or emotional, you better not go fight. You better not fight a war. You better not. The art of war. Yeah, you better not fight. Yeah.
You better not fight.
That's a translation. Yeah, because why? You're emotional. You're angry. I want revenge, right? You're angry. Better not fight. Because you're gonna lose.
Yes,
because
correct.
your emotion, your judgment is clouded by emotion, by your emotion. See, that's
Don't
the key.
think. Don't think.
Yeah, it's not that don't think. It just means that do not let any emotions cloud your judgment. So, and then that's especially not just in war, obviously in business, in politics, in anything. Do not let your emotions, right? So if you're emotional, what are you gonna do things? You're gonna be sorry. Because sometimes you might say things that's emotional that you don't mean it.
One thing very
Right?
very
So-
important concept here is that human being with emotion cannot become a Buddha. Okay, your emotion we cannot become Buddhas.
Yeah.
So
It's-
remember this
yeah.
sentence forever. That's it. Okay.
The
So-
Buddha don't like it.
No, Buddha don't have
No
emotion.
emotion, correct.
Human emotion. That
All the way
emotion-
low.
So when we go
Yeah, see,
one day,
yeah.
we got to get rid of all this
Yeah,
emotion.
it's-
Okay, very calm, very peace,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
harmony.
Yeah.
So that's very important.
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah,
always talk
yeah,
about this sentence.
we have to define it. Does that? Okay.
Also, when one is emotional, the behavior is predictable.
Yeah,
And
you
then
can
your
say that.
enemy
Yeah,
knows
yeah, yeah,
how
yeah,
to
yeah.
provoke you and-
Exactly,
and
exactly.
trap you.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you think quietly,
Yes,
they don't-
exactly,
they never
exactly,
know what you have
exactly.
in mind.
Precisely.
I'll be,
That's.
I'll be,
reason why.
sorry, I'll be maybe a little bit overweight and teach a little child, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5.
Yeah,
Everybody has a different emotion.
Mhm.
So I call, I talk,
yeah.
and when I talk, everybody listen and no more. I talk every day.
What do you
Yeah.
tell them?
I say, excuse me, God don't like it. You know how you're supposed to be hungry. You're supposed to be calm down.
Yeah.
I know you have too much motion. Your blood is too up to the roof.
That's
Or
good.
go down. They say, everybody go down. Thank you, coach. They say, everybody go happy. See? Because it's
Yeah.
a little motion, little boy. You can do nothing about it.
Yeah,
Only have to talk.
yeah.
That's
All my
good.
classes, very best sometimes.
Yeah.
But I say, God, give me power. I say, always.
Good.
Yeah. And the reason why we have that saying that says, if you have emotions, you cannot be a Buddha. It's not because the Buddhas are uncompassionate. No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, we got to be careful. We have to dissociate the two. Okay, the reason why Buddhas are we can call quote unquote have non-emotion. It's not really an accurate term, but it means that there's no duality. There's no duality because emotions you have positive and negative, right? Right. You have joy and you have anger. You have happiness, sadness, etc., right? You can say the Buddha's emotions, or you can say it's really the emotion from that's non-dual, no duality, but that comes from their Buddha nature. And what is Buddha nature? It's hard to define. Buddha nature is something that's pure, right? That's pure, that's eternal, that's unchanging, right? That's pure. So it's something that's, you can say perfect. Maybe another better term is perfect. All right, okay, and so it's not that Buddhas don't have compassion. They do have compassion, right? But that compassion comes from that Buddha nature. It doesn't come from emotions of our human nature. Okay?
That's
There's a
good point.
distinction.
This paragraph here, holy teacher said during the Dharma class, just share with everybody the main point here. Teacher said we need to understand the foundation, the true Buddha nature inside. Okay? Then we need to apply it. Okay? And every day, whatever we do is based on the Tao principle and philosophy. Okay? No over, no less.
Right.
So it means the
middle way.
Yeah, okay? So
Matya Matya.
like,
Matya,
Right.
Lorenzo, the Lorenzo just said that when kids do the bad thing, what parents do?
Yeah, they get angry.
They get angry, but we need to teach them. That's
Right.
our responsibility.
Right.
Punish
No,
them,
do
to
it.
teach them, right? If we say, oh,
Let it go, let it
then
go.
we are in trouble because we didn't do the parents' job, right? So kind of follow the Tao's principle and the
Yeah.
rules. So it's not really so don't do nothing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah. Doesn't mean
So
that. Right,
it's a
right. Doesn't mean
middle,
that. Yeah.
But based on
Be
Buddha
careful.
nature, when we punish the
Yeah,
kids,
no.
we don't hurt them.
Right, right,
We
right,
don't,
right.
right? We don't want to get.
So when you teach the kids,
Yeah.
when you teach the children, or when you're saying
Yeah.
you are disciplining,
Yeah.
you have to do it properly. Not like
Yeah.
repeat child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I pick up a bat and start bashing their kids. No, not like that, right? So we have to be careful, right? So everything has their own.
Middle path.
Yeah. That you can say everything. Everything has their own proper, or maybe a
Yeah,
better term
proper,
to say
yeah.
proper, because middle sometimes means But anyway, it could be misleading. But anyway, okay, proper. All right. So that's the important thing. Okay.
Also,
So
the other concept important teachers say, if we have a good temper in ourselves, our life is different. Our
Yeah,
fortune,
positive outlook.
everything is going to be different for our life.
Right.
Okay, our fate will be different. So
Yeah.
have a good temper is very important.
Yeah.
Okay, teacher
Okay.
mentioned to us.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
just to follow on that, what that triangle pair is to what
Thank
is
you.
that we can apply extensively the illuminating or the enlightening principles to be what harmonious with Tao or be in accordance. That's more explanation. Really, the trend is to be in accordance with the doctrine of Ming. What's the doctrine of Ming? That's we don't have time, but that's another topic. But doctrine of Ming essentially is Ming. I mean, it just means the middle path. But that's the label. That's the label that we give it. But it just implies that we have to be at one with what? 中庸. Yong means something that's unchanging, that's not changing, that's permanent, that's constant. And what is constant?
Buddha.
Your Buddha nature. That's what I'm going to explain that.
The same
Yeah, or you
word,
can say
conscience.
conscience. Yeah, you can say
Conscience.
conscience, or you can say our
Kenny Yang
our
Conscience.
true conscience, or you can say our original conscience.
Yeah.
原来的良心，原良心。
Yeah.
Okay, original conscience.
Yeah.
中 literally means to be at one. You can say it means to be a center. It really means to be a center with our Buddha nature. That's what literal translation means. It means the middle way. It's the same really. It's really the Buddha, what Buddha's key concept of called the middle path. Okay, the middle way. It's the same idea, same thing. Okay, just different names. All right. So that's what it means. Okay. So now let's go to page 4. Wow, we don't have. Okay, I got 2 more. Okay, with proper understanding, our temperament will not become undisciplined, right? Or self-indulgent or whatever. Yeah, we have to have a clear understanding of ourselves. Okay, if we realize that, our human life, you're going to have ups and downs. Favorable terms, good fortune, bad fortune, gain, loss, etc., the 8 winds, all that stuff. Okay, you should realize that, hey, this is part of life. This is natural, but I should not be attached to that. Okay, I should not cling to any of that. Okay, all right. And in a sense, you can say if you have a better understanding, or you can see through things, or transcend higher level, you can better discipline our mind. You can say discipline, or discipline our character. You can say ourselves. Okay, so we will not fall into indulgence and whatever. Okay, our attachments, illusion, etc. Okay. And then to think as one and act as one or in harmony will make our virtues complete, right? So once again, it's a repetition of the previous line about the zhongyong or the middle path. It means that once we understand things, right? We see things clear. We're a little bit enlightened. We also should act accordingly. So it's really 知跟行, okay? Knowledge and action are together. Really, knowledge and words, knowledge and action, action and words are all together, are all at one, are in harmony, or in sync, or in the center of our Buddha nature. Okay, that's what really second line also means. Okay, second half. Okay, it means. All right, so that when we become more clear, when we have a calmer, right, tranquil state of mind, right, you can see not going to say see, but your Buddha nature becomes less obscure or clearer, right? And if you understand, that will help us better understand our human condition. And so when we understand that, we can then act accordingly. That's what really 知, okay, 表里知意, okay.
Louis.
Yeah, Louis, as one, okay, or naturally from our Buddha nature. Okay, so that's what we mean. So to think and act as one, right? Okay, all right. Okay. Particularly the true understanding of the Tao will plant good karma. Especially, you can say particularly, especially. Okay, the true understanding of the Tao allows us to plant good karma, right? Because then we can, well, we can, let's say, eat less meat, or don't do bad things, get rid of our bad habits, or or bad temper, whatever, right? So that will lead us to plant good, allow you to plant good karma as opposed to bad karma. All right? Okay. So then we can bring bring unauspiciousness and harmony or happiness to the world. Okay, that's why 世界, right? 世界善风, 乐融融, yeah, 融融, yeah. 融融 is like happiness, harmony, whatever. Okay? All right. So we can bring, okay. So let's see. So if we can understand, we can bring. Okay. So then the next line is every man and woman. 96 means. It literally means 9 and 6, but that's in I Ching. It represents male and female. That's what it means. So man and women can use our conscience, our Buddha conscience. Really, it's our Buddha conscience, not regular conscience, but Buddha conscience. For this world will cherish the mutual embrace of the great harmony. Okay, the great harmony. Because if everybody, every man and woman, we start using our Buddha nature, our conscience of our Buddha nature, then what? What will result? This world will be a lot better, right? We'll be very harmonious, right? We'll appreciate it, right? We can appreciate this, right? We'll cherish this harmony that results, right? Okay, that's what that means. Okay, if we could, once again, that's the key thing, is to allow our Buddha nature, right? That from the previous page and all that stuff. Okay, and if we could do that, we will not be subject to the urges or instigations of desires. Okay, so yeah, because we see things here, right? We see things from our Buddha nature as opposed to from human nature, right? We will then what? It'll be less likely, or for our desires to take hold. Now, because there's always the little voice in you that says, oh yeah, this is good, you should do it, or this will benefit you, you should do this, right? None of that, because we're not listening to the human nature side. Now we're listening or seeing things from our Buddha nature side, right? Okay, so therefore we will not be subject to the, you can say, urgings or desires of our desires. Okay, and we can then maintain our integrity with Tao, because that can withstand evil. I mean, literally. 贼难攻 literally means thief, but robber, thief, literally. 难攻 means difficult to attack. It means that difficult for evil to come to you, to affect you. Maybe that's a better word. To influence you, to tempt us. Okay, whatever. Okay, people, we always say, "Oh, the devil made me do it." We blame the devil. Really, the devil is part of our human desires. That's really the devil. Okay, that's really the demon. The demons made us do it. Okay, but that's the reason why the demons made us do things within us is because we still have not gone beyond our human nature, our desires. You see what I'm saying? We do not see things from the Buddha nature perspective. You see what I'm saying? We only see things or think of things through our human nature, right? Which has good and bad, right? So that's the difference. Okay? All right? Okay. So the next line is, the worthy ones will not be roped in or tied down. Very similar to the previous part of the scripture, which says that the enlightened worthy ones will not be caged or be shackled, right? Or be not tied down. Same idea, right? If we become enlightened, quote unquote, or more enlightened, we will not be tied down by all these desires and these material things, and etc. Okay, so but how can we not be tied down or roped in? It's only through refinement and constant effort, diligence. We have to constantly remind. In other words, we may have moments of epiphany, right? Epiphany means what? You can say enlightened, aha, eureka, right? Aha, enlightenment. But we only have moments of it, or maybe 1 second, another second, another minute, another second. Okay. The key is we have to be continuous, and the way to reach that is to constant refine, constant improvement, constant or non-stop, continuous effort. Okay, that's really, because we're not yet Buddhists. We're not yet completely not. Well, we're not reached supreme enlightenment yet. Okay, so we're not. So we have to make an effort. In other words, make an effort. Okay. Now, some people say, oh, you don't need to make an effort. You just let things be. Yeah, to some degree, that's true. To some degree, but that's also some kind of effort. That's also a type of effort too. Okay. So, all right. People say, oh, I meditate. Yeah, that's true. But meditation is a type of effort. Right? Meditation, as opposed to going about doing something else, right? So that's a type of effort too. All right, okay. So anyway, okay. Then the next line is, let the Tao be the guide of our hearts and minds. Guide our hearts and minds. Okay, let the Tao, let the principles of Tao really. Okay, the Tao. I would just say simply, we just say Tao. And so the second half is to get rid of the people and I images, make us mutually magnanimous, because we will be magnanimous to each other. Now, one aspect of the Tao is that if you are truly enlightened, you'll realize that our Buddha nature, or that marvelous nature from the very first page, right, of this scripture, we're all the same. In other words, we're all part of that one, or whole, or whatever you want to call it, that perfect whole, perfect one. And so there's no longer a distinction between I and you, or we and them. Understand? There's no ego. There's no longer a sense of ego. All right? Separation. Okay? So that's why, in Buddhism, there's the four appearances or images, they said, right? There's the 我相, 人相, 众相, 受相, right? They're like the four, I don't know, we call it appearances or images, the four distinctions, in other words. There's an ego, I, that's you, I'm different from you, right? You're different from me, right? That's from a conventional viewpoint, right? Human viewpoint. So there's I and then there's you. So there's 人跟我跟人. That's I and you. That. Then there's 众相 is to 众 is to view things for I don't say necessarily selfish gain, but it implies that too. For power, for fame, for wealth, all that stuff, social status, and all that stuff. Okay, that's what 众相. That means we have that image that people are rich, people are wealthy, people are powerful. I want to be like that too. See, so that's another image. Then the fourth image is 受相, means I want to live a long life. I want to chase something that's permanent in this material world, which is really a rat race, because it's really unattainable, because everything changes, it's impermanent. So that's the four. Okay, so but those are the four.
What does it mean to get rid of people? Get rid of the people.
Oh no, get rid of the people image, meaning that there's no distinction between you and them. That's what it means. Okay, that's what it means. Getting rid of the people and I image, meaning there's no longer distinction between I and you. We're all the same. We're all one.
The form.
Right, form. Yeah. Well, image. Yeah, it's an image. It's a. The translation is 我相, 人相, 众相, 受相, right? The four. In English, it's hard to translate. It's called four appearances, because there's a 人 means others. It literally means others, people, others. And then there's 我, me. There's me and you. You see what I'm saying? Me and you. So there's an ego. There's an ego, I, and then there's you, right? Or we and them, right? So there's no longer a distinction. We have to get rid of that, because they say, hey, I just look out for myself, because then that's selfish.
Okay, by you.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about you guys.
I don't
If you guys
care
are
about you
poor,
guys.
suffering, I don't care.
You didn't die, I don't didn't die.
So that's
Totally
one level. That's very basic, right? That's an example. Okay, so that means we should get rid of it, because ultimately, what I'm trying to say is this: the Buddha nature, we're all the same, right? Buddha says that, right, from the beginning. And so there's what we call empathy, right? There's empathy. So that means because if you still have that people and I image, so if I suffer, it's just me suffering, nothing to do with you guys. If you're suffering, it's just you suffering, nothing to do
It's
with
your
me.
problem.
Right. That's separate. But really, if we go beyond that as Buddhas, really, when I say empathy, that means you feel what you feel, I feel. and what I feel, you feel.
You feel.
Okay, same idea. So we're all the same because
Yeah,
our
they
Buddha
help.
nature is the same. So that's what we call complete empathy. Empathy means that, you know, if you are sad, I'm sad too.
I'm sad too.
You know, you're happy, I'm happy too. You understand?
Right.
So there's no longer separation. Say, oh, you're sad, too bad, nothing to do with me. I'm happy.
I'm happy,
You know?
yeah.
Or you're happy, I'm sad. Oh, nothing to do with me. We-
One
not that.
very good sentence here in Chinese is 离相平佛 means if we get rid of all the forms,
Right. Then you
they become a Buddha.
Yeah.
What the form means?
Yeah.
Those are forms.
Yeah. Those four. Those.
Yeah, so when we get rid of all those forms, like one thing he lecture type give very good example. Buddha, they are already Buddha already. Like opening down channel to talk all. They were already Buddhas. They don't have to worry anything out. But you know what? They came down like a holy teacher came down all the time. You know why? He wants all of us become Buddha too. So that's how Buddha. So we are one of them. So they want us to become a Buddha. So there is no separation between us and Buddha.
Yeah.
Okay, they want us as a Buddhas too. So that's why the Buddha heart. So all of us, whenever we see something happen to outside, some people suffer, it's like we are suffering. Okay, it's like we are suffering. Like we see Taiwan, some people got burned on the body. We feel we
Nothing to do with
like
you.
our brother
Nothing to do
sister,
with you. Yeah.
right? They are like our brother sister.
Right.
Got hurt.
So you also feel
Feel the
empathy.
same
yeah,
thing
you
for
feel
them.
empathy.
You feel
yeah, you
for
feel
them.
the pain. You
Yeah,
feel
for
the
them.
same pain.
So the same thing.
Just like people in earthquake, you know, Nepal. You say, hey, nothing to do with me. You know, the Nepalese, whatever. But you still feel pain. That's empathy. Really,
Yeah.
what that empathy came from? Yes, you can say that's part of human nature. That's true. But ultimately, the highest level is your Buddha nature, because your Buddha nature understands that we're all the same. So if they feel pain, you also feel it. You know that?
You feel the same.
So Buddhas, you think Buddhas don't feel anything? Yeah, we feel pain. Buddhas can feel too. Okay, so that's really the highest level. That's why I say total empathy or complete empathy, whatever you want to call it.
Compassion.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Not the human. Compassion is not human emotion.
Say it again.
Compassion is not human emotion.
Right.
Compassion.
Well, you can say,
Compassion.
well, that's true compassion. Yeah, you can say that's true compassion. Because some people say, oh, you know, I hear things, I sense, you know, I see suffering, so therefore I say, no, really, Buddha nature doesn't have to see. It's automatic. If there's suffering, just like Guan Yin said, you hear the cries of sorrow and pain, so she wants to say, that it's really Buddha doesn't need to hear. They don't need to see. They already know. Okay, they already can feel because
Yeah.
they encompass everything. You can say that. Okay.
But Guan Yin Bodhisattva make a very good point. She treat all the male as her father. All the
Right,
female
yeah.
is
That's
her
her
mother.
mother, yeah.
So that's how she treat Guan Yin Lady Bodhisattva.
Well, she's very respectful.
Yeah, so that's why now whatever happened, people facing a disaster, she went there, she goes there to help
Right.
the living beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. So then then the last line is when we follow the middle way and conform to propriety, right? There's you can say what's right and what's proper, what's not proper, right? Propriety. Our minds are clear or sharp, right? Clear. Yeah, you can say clear. Okay, we can see things clearly, right? We don't have emotions. We no longer have this emotions clouding our judgment, right? Like we mentioned earlier, right? Okay, so therefore, once we are able to do that, our true face, our original true face, literally that's what it means. True nature means our Buddha nature is displayed, right? Because we have nothing to cloud. It's like looking at the let's say there's sediments in here, right? Our emotions, you're not going to see clearly, but once it's clear, right, we let it calm, clear, right? What? We can see, right? Oh, sediments fall down, or whatever. Okay, whatever. I mean, assuming that there's sediments, okay? So that's what the analogy, the metaphor.
Once we take off the mask.
Yeah, you can say, our mask would be our desires, our human emotions. Yes, you can say that. Yeah. Okay? All right, so that's page 4. So
Is that
let's
page
go to
5?
page 5.
Okay.
Wow, there's so many. Okay, page 5 is and so holy teacher was explaining all basically what the Buddha nature is like. How marvelous and how great it is, how perfect it is. For this is truly a precious and valuable treasure. He's talking about not wealth, not power, not some secret mantra, some secret Dharma. No, but rather what? Our Buddha nature is a truly precious and valuable treasure, right? Because it's pure, right? It's mentioned previously, right? It's pure, it's genuine, it's all that stuff, okay? It's perfect. It's formless and shapeless, yet nevertheless exquisite and fine, pure, refined, pure, okay? Pure. Okay, it's indescribable. You can say it's perfect. It's perfect. Yet you can't describe it. It's hard to describe. Okay, yet you can't see it. You can't see it. It has no shape. It has no form. You can't touch it. You can't see it. Okay, so it is neither in the control. This is hard to translate, but it is neither in the control of our hands or not. In other words, it's not something that we can desire or we can grab. So I'm saying control. Take hold of, grab hold of, and there's a reason for that. Why? Oh, so I'm gonna chase after that something, that treasure. Why? You can't. You already have it. You already have it. 你已经有的，跟that's in the Diamond Sutra, but I don't want to talk about that. You already have it. So it's not something that I have to grab for. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means. And then neither does it revolve around us, the human world. It's not out there. It's not out there. I have to go chase after that. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means. The ones who know this, the ones who know this, sing the praises of its revelation. It's coming. Okay? It's revelation. The Tahata host, a moving master. So it's just there. He's describing our Buddha nature. It's our true nature. Okay? Okay. The last two lines. For the ignorant ones, people who don't know, who are unenlightened, ridicule. They may ridicule. They say, there's no such thing as Buddha nature. All I know is there is physical enjoyment, there's good pleasure, pain, all that stuff. There's human nature. They're the ones who can mock as much as they like. But they are the ones also are easily or completely swayed by influences, by power, by those 8 winds, by all that stuff, okay, by all that stuff. In other words, those people have no root. You can say no root, no principles, no fixed principles. Okay, so that's what it means. But we should not be like that, right? That's what ordinary people are like. Okay, so if you can truly go beyond what these ordinary, ordinary, become enlightened, you understand that our Buddha nature totally transforms all manifestations of nature, every phenomena on earth. And it's totally contained within the emptiness of this Tao, of the great Tao. That's the literal translation. So everything is included, but our Buddha nature includes all that, but we are not attached to all those manifestations, etc., okay? Or not influenced by it, all right? Okay? So this is the section it's very nice. The last line summation is very good, all right? It sums up everything. So this is okay. Then we have last page 6, which is the marvelous scripture. You don't see in the handout, but because the handout doesn't have photocopied color, but in red on the screen, those are the characters that make up it's the 2 words, 从道.
Okay, let's
Okay.
continue next
Yeah.
week with the
Well, no, I'm finished.